Hallo und willkommen zurück zu Dead State. Wir machen uns jetzt wieder auf zu dieser Zone, wo Gas and Gulp Street, wo es zuletzt zu dieser Vergiftung kam. Verseuchung. Gas and Gulp. Toller Name. Und dann werden wir hier direkt alles umpusten. Wir nehmen uns ich werde erstmal gar nichts machen, eine Runde. Die dürfen sich erstmal gegenseitig da beschießen. Und schon mal da Lärm verursachen. Und wer zu mir hinkommen will, der stirbt dann halt. Noch schießt da niemand. Nummer 1. So. Da sind sie gegen die Zombies am Kämpfen. Die Lautstärke ist schon auf dem Maximum. Da hinten ist auch einer. Ja, lassen wir sie mal machen, da. Knockout and bleeding out. Lassen wir den nochmal ankommen da unten. Na, kommt die ganze Zombie-Plage jetzt von rechts an. Da ist jemand wieder aufgestanden. Verseucht. Der muss auf jeden Fall so gehen. Die sollen die Zombies angreifen. Schön. Da kommt auch wieder einer. Dumm. Ja, nicht so. Ich meine, es war nett zuzusehen, aber man wartet halt einen Großteil der Zeit. Set Active. Pusten wir den mal weg. There. Mhm. Na, wer weiß, was da noch abgeht. Oh. Der mit dem Bogen könnte gefährlich werden. Jetzt nicht mehr. Mhm. Da sind wieder zwei unten. Da geht die Lautstärke wieder in die Höhe. Okay. Du musst weg. Du musst weg. Mhm. Da krabbelt auch noch einer rum. Quatsch. Der ist noch zu weit weg. Mhm. Gut. Da haben wir auch noch einen. Das ist schon extrem Hammer. Da lebt niemand. Da muss man jetzt aufpassen, wo da noch welche rumkriechen. Ach Gott. Vier. Okay, die sind da oben noch beschäftigt. Da ist dem unten jemand ins Sichtfeld gelaufen. So eine Vergiftung. Der da ist wohl weg. Der steht auch wieder auf. Ja, der steht da doof, weil er nicht da drüber gucken kann anscheinend. Okay, das ist alles sauber. Na, der kann das eigentlich nicht überleben. Das sind so viele, die dem ans Leder wollen. Ja, wenn ich die jetzt alle wegdrösel. Da hinten läuft noch einer. Ist hier unten jemand neu gekommen? Niemand, den ich sehe. Aha. Halt daneben geschossen! Lebt immer noch. Da kommt noch einer. Weg. Ja, dann pusten wir den mal um. Du hattest dich zwar gut gehalten, aber irgendwann ist Schluss. Der schießt so verdammt schlecht. Mhm. Dann machen wir hier die auch noch kaputt. Jetzt können wir sie einzeln rauspullen. Wenn ich die nämlich weiter hier mit den Feuerwaffen platt mache oder angreife, dann habe ich halt das Problem, dass ich durch die Angriffe quasi auch immer wieder neue spawne und überhaupt nicht vorwärts komme. Ich kann sowieso nur zweimal schlagen, nehmen wir von der Seite. Quatsch. Sind nur noch 3. Aber hier wird natürlich jetzt auch wieder so viel, so viel Krams liegen, dass ich das nicht abtransportieren können werde. Und da unten ist noch einer. Oder? Ah ja. Tja, und dann kommen noch die ganzen Läden. Also ich bin wahrscheinlich schon überfordert, überhaupt den Loot von den ganzen Typen hier mitzunehmen. Aber fangen wir damit mal an. Da liegen 2 übereinander. Ne, das brauchen wir auch nicht. Ich nehme jetzt auch nur noch die Sachen mit, die ich tatsächlich brauche. Oder eventuell brauchen könnte. Von hier aus wieder runter. Das kann der mal nehmen. Kann ich gerade mal gucken. Naja, doch Stärke 6. Melee ist halt ziemlich schlecht. Range 10. Aber ich bin mir sicher, recht sicher, dass die Perks nicht bekommen, die hier erfüllen. Bloody Boy. Bei meinem Hauptcharakter würden diese 11 Punkte jetzt natürlich nochmal mehr bringen, weil wenn ich dann einmal nur rumstehe, würde ich ja 4 Punkte übernehmen können und könnte damit 15 direkt dreimal schießen. Das hätte also dahingehend auch einen Vorteil. Da waren wir. Die brauchen wir auch nicht mehr. Dann hier weiter. Die brauchen wir nicht mehr. Nö, da sind wir ganz gut durchgekommen. Aber jetzt gibt es ja natürlich, die Zone ist ziemlich groß. Noch haufenweise Sachen zu plündern. Hier wird wahrscheinlich jetzt erstmal schön schwer. Ja. Gehen wir hier mal rein. Ja. Voll. Unlucky Man. Mhm. Da. Hot Sauce. Schauen wir mal den Unlucky Man an. Friggin' Chicken Scratch Ticket. A discarded ticket from a Friggin' Chicken promotion. Eat Friggin' Chicken, get Friggin' Rich. That offered the winner 1,333,000 also ganz viel Geld. This actually appears to be a winning ticket, but judging from the wear and tear on it, including teeth marks, it seems the recipient did not get much of a chance to claim their winnings. Sehr traurig. Okay. Dumpster. Dumpster Diving. Da kann man nur noch plündern. Wie viel ging bei dem rein? 90. V. Frojo. Waren Frojo nicht diese Joghurt-UFO-Dinger? Die brauchen wir nicht. Da habe ich jetzt schon geguckt. Jo. Den konnte der noch mitnehmen. Ups. Der auf jeden Fall noch ein Zeug, was er weglegen kann. Na, aber auch nicht viel. Damit ist es dann auch schon wieder gegessen. Und das weg. Die brauchen wir auch nicht. Schön, haben wir aber immer noch die ganze linke Seite. Ja, das passt nicht. Da werden wir nochmal später vorbei müssen. Ah, der kann auch 2 Kilo mitnehmen. Haben wir den? Da haben wir auch die 2 Kilo. Schreibe ich immer auf. Taco und Tankstelle looten. Da müssen wir nochmal vorbei. So, auf nach Hause. Dumm, dumm. Babs, Food 183, jo. Und wir 7 Data-Items. Hatten wir eigentlich was im Radio? This is DJ Lane, bringing you sounds of a life in a dead world. Oh, come on, I can do better than that. No guess, I can't. I don't even know if anyone is listening. Nothing on the radio, tired of these walls, but yet I carry on. Because I care, I do. I didn't always care much about people, but the apocalypse will do odd things to you. I'm worried about you, May, Tommy and daughter. Georgia, Devon, Donna. Oh wait, Donna's gone. I need to know you are all alive. Get on the radio. It's important to static. You listen for another minute, but there's nothing but static. Werden wir auch gerade mal hier hexen, aber wie gesagt, das schaue ich jetzt nach, weil mir das zu blöd ist, das noch weiter zu machen. Wobei, das hier brauche ich wahrscheinlich gar nicht nachschauen, weil das Question sein dürfte. Ja. Okay, there are a lot of rumors here about what's going on with people. What the hell is this? Some places don't even call it a virus anymore. They were saying it might be related to rabies, but that's a virus, right? Is it airborne? Most of all, is it true that it makes dead people come back to life? Hikurulian wrote, first off, there does not equal there are. Second, bringing something back from the dead is impossible. Those videos of those infected people are probably just showing them in the final stages of the disease. Rabies also makes animals hyper-aggressive and odd-looking in the final stages, so it's most likely a similar kind of disease. I think virus is just shorthand for don't know what it is yet. I hope it's not an airborne or has not mutated to become airborne. I haven't left the house without a weapon and a breathing mask for the last week. I know someone who thought they had it, and I have since broken off contact with them, just in case. I'm also worried about it being in the water, so I have been boiling all of my water since the government issued warnings. All of the food I have is from months before the discovery of the virus, so it should be okay. If I don't start to see some sign of this being brought under control, I'm going to head into the basement and wait for the infection to burn itself out. I'd recommend everyone just try to wait this one out and avoid contact with large groups of people. If you have to go out, use plenty of protection on your hands and face, and be sure to use plenty of antibiotic soap and disinfect yourself before going inside your house. Burn your clothes if someone sneezes or bleeds on you. Treat everyone like a potential carrier, even friends. Beware the Nubchucks wrote, have you seen the goddamn videos? If those people aren't dead, then they sure do a good job of looking dead. Maybe scientists aren't considering that they're dead because it doesn't fit into their academic worldview. I know a dead person when I see one. I heard that there have been reports of Chinese jets over major cities right before these outbreaks, and I heard it from a good source inside the military that troops are being pulled from overseas to defend our borders from the next stage of the invasion. This is 21st century biological warfare at work. There are elements of our government that still want to talk things out, but I think it's only a matter of time before they are arrested for being traitors. Momcopter wrote, I heard that it's a result of all those vaccines they gave for the swine flu. The only people who are at risk are the people who have been vaccinated and their immune systems are compromised as a result. Stop getting vaccinated, people! Those things are worse than the disease. This is a plague sent by God. All sinners, heathens, atheists, homosexuals and pagans do not accept Christ will now be devoured by our own kind. Those that are judged to be good will be gathered on the final day and brought before his throne. Do not protect the wicked, for they will doom you all as well. Head to your church and pray for salvation. Time is running out of your soul. Ist klar. Vic Dreamer wrote, wow, you people sure make a lot of sense, except if this is a Chinese plot. Then they did an awful job of inoculating their citizens. Or don't you read the international news? More of the it was for foreigners blame game. Vaccines? I don't think you comprehend the stupidity of your logic. End time nonsense? Right, because we've been hearing that since the Bible was written and they've been wrong every time. Here's what I recommend for people. Are you ready? Do what the people in charge tell you. If the police tell you to evacuate an area because of a quarantine, don't stay behind because you don't believe them. You're part of the problem. If scientists tell you to report infected individuals, don't hide them in your house. If the government calls in troops to shoot the rabid individuals, don't protest their actions and get in the way of them protecting your ass. This is it that everybody believes the simplest solution is the most suspicious. When did everything become a conspiracy? You want this to end quicker? Let people do their job. It's like when I was a volunteer deputy and was trying to help evacuate people before the hurricane. Half of the people said they weren't going anywhere and said they would ride it out, or that the hurricane would turn north. It was always north for some, hard as it may be to accept. We are actually trying to save your life. But if you want... Was... It was also... ja, habe ich mich in der Zeile verlesen. It was always north for some reason, at the last second. Well, it was worse when they thought about 90% of these people were killed. Unfortunately, the people in charge, hard as it may be to accept, are actually trying to save your life. But if you don't want to listen to people on an internet message board over the experts, I'm probably not going to change your mind. Fort G. Jana wrote, who cares if it's a virus or if they are dead or what the cause was? Someone tries to attack you, shoot them. Stranger in your yard, shoot them. Anyone still moving after that, shoot them until they stop moving. That's all anyone needs to know. Go back. Da haben wir encrypted. Da schaue ich jetzt wieder nach. Wenn ich das noch... Habe ich das hier etwa weggemacht? Anscheinend. Shit. Muss ich nochmal gerade suchen. Dead State Passwords. Sieben. IE. Da hätte man sicherlich jetzt auch so schneller drauf kommen können, aber... Na, Candid hätte ich sicherlich auch nicht gewusst. Trish, even here, still here, in Paris, in the airport. I'm vaguely aware of what's going on. Haven't seen the plane go off since I think yesterday. Some soldiers came by asking people in French and broken English where they were going and where they had been for the last 6 months. Some of the other passengers were escorted to another area. Something must be happening outside because I'm pretty sure I heard gunshot last night. They brought us some stale sandwiches and a couple of mushy apples and have confined us to the terminal, which of all places was supposed to go back to Dallas, where you are. As I've been forced to sit and think, I'm beginning to see that sitting on the old leather sofa with you, talking about reality TV shows and drinking those horribly wasted top-shelf vodka and cranberry cocktails, well, that would be a comforting thing right now. Maybe that wasn't such a dull Thursday night, and perhaps selflessness was a whole lot simpler when reading about it on the webpage from a prefab lunger. I don't know that I was 100% happy with that life, but 2 days out of my comfort zone has surely been a capital D drag. I thought I had it all figured out, and now I find myself in some Kafkaesque airport holding cell with no idea of what is actually happening. My comfort zone was seriously undervalued, and I apologize to you for demolishing your great efforts to sustain complacency. I really screwed the pooch, didn't I? Well, if I get out of here, if I can back to you, if I can be forgiven, I will make it up to you. I miss you, Trish, and every mundane minute I gave up with you. Someone needs to remind me of who I really am. And no one knows me better than you. You know me better than I do, apparently. Well, think it over. I'll charm my way out of here sooner or later. Love, Even. P.S. I'm really sorry, but I had to trade the watch you gave me for our anniversary to send this message. If it's the thought that counts, I thought getting this message to you was the best thing I could do with it. Go back. Ist natürlich seltsam, dass diese Nachrichten alle auf unterschiedlichen Geräten verstreut sind, aber naja. 8 fängt mit einem B an. Babbling. Auch wieder nachgeschaut. Melissa, 3 of our cars responded to a highway accident call this morning. Two of the men involved were found thrown from their truck with severe wounds. I'll spare you the details, but these were wounds that no one gets up from. One of the men was trying to get into the sedan that they hit, while the other was using the hand he had left to drag himself to our patrol car. I had heard that this new virus was a big deal, but these men were clearly dead. I don't presume to understand it, but I want nothing to do with it. At the department, we just received orders to assist with the evacuation and quarantine procedures over in Kerrville. I talked to some of the guys here and with some of the local sheriffs, and we've decided that it would be best if we protect our own in a place where we can guarantee their safety. I'm going to finish out my shift and head directly home at 5. I want you to start packing clothes, food, medicine and the guns from my cabinet and load them into duffel bags. Be prepared to go when I get there. And don't tell anyone. I'm doing this for our own safety. Go back. Song Piep 8 mit S Shop. Auch wieder nachgesehen. CDC field reports. There was an incident of particular note today. Dr. Jane Wertham died last night from injecting herself with an overdose of morphine. While there is some conjecture as to whether or not her death was a suicide, and doubtless some reports will seek to make hay of her relationship with Dr. McGinnis, who was killed in the convoy attack, it remains to be to me to detail here that we have lost a brilliant researcher, and I personally have lost a woman whom I consider to be my friend. It has become increasingly apparent to me in the last few months that we are in a dire need of some kind of release. Please pardon the vagaries of that statement. I do not mean it in a vile or base manner. Certainly relationships have formed here and there among the staff, and they do. And while I do not seek to dissuade such, I remain concerned that we had little space for either leisure or personnel for counseling. Psychological professionals are few and far between, and are likely themselves so overburdened with the grief of others that even I would hesitate to lay my concerns at their feet. And even venturing outside the compound of tents and containers in which we relax is a frustrating process. I feel like I have breathed the same air too much. Hearing and reading the reports come back in from those who've traveled in the field should make me happy this facility exists and that it's held strong, despite the fact that we've had to move it periodically. But I instead feel a great sense of exhaustion. I recall once, when I was far younger, handling a fairly severe outbreak of Hunter in... it doesn't matter. I was understaffed and underprepared, and although things were kept under control, at the end of the day, the few people that had been lost somehow hung on me far more than the knowledge that I had saved anyone. I took all my vacation off in one go. It was wonderful, but the first week out I had nightmares. Being burnt out, I didn't leave just because I wanted it to. I'm going on overlong. We lost someone important. We could use psychological support and more leisure space and activities to help the researchers focus on restore morale. That's it, Dr. Elaine. Zip. Bacon, ne, DD2, letzten E8. Advanced intercepted data, military status. The recent attempts to purge this plague from first priority cities has met with limited success. Our analysts conclude that this current course of action will not be adequate to ensure our victory in this campaign. We have concluded the following factors are directly and indirectly responsible for our military losses. Civilians have not been evacuating from their homes to the safe zone. In some cities, organized groups actively campaigned to convince citizens not to leave their homes. This has put an extra burden on our armed forces to protect non-military personnel in combat zones. Time and again, the presence of civilians has turned seek and destroy missions into police actions. This has also directly contributed to greater numbers of hostiles, both human and infected. Our recent losses in Cincinnati were directly attributed to whole districts refusing to vacate and clashing with soldiers trying to enter those areas. Second, morale issues with the troops. To a greater degree than predicted, many soldiers have been psychologically affected by the enemy. Suicides have been reported in almost every platoon. We have seen dereliction of duty by personnel, including at least one commanding officer. The unique nature of the infection, coupled with the stress of fighting on our home turf with almost no downtime, has made for an unequally challenging operation. Third, supply lines have been crippled. Clogged highways, theft, train derailment, lack of power and loss of airfields have all directly contributed to commanders not receiving additional personnel and supplies. Without fuel, helicopters and tanks are useless. Mounted machine guns, used to hold crucial choke points, are running out of ammo within hours of arriving in hot zones. Casualties are becoming more and more common as medical supplies are used up and medi-evacs are unable to rescue injured troops. Additionally, as food runs out, troops are being assigned to acquisition of supplies rather than defense. The scope of this campaign has put unprecedented burden on command staff. Organizing, supplying and monitoring the units sent to 55 different theaters has resulted in few, if any, of the command priorities from being achieved. Our personnel are spread thin, communication has become increasingly difficult, and our ability to respond to the immediate needs of our commanders is waning. Without knowing up-to-date information on our combat groups or the numbers of infected, we are effectively fighting blind. Fifth, there has been no medical breakthrough for fighting this infection. Go back. So, zwei noch. Flip. DC. Und das ist jetzt ein 9er. Broadcasts steht hier. Broadcasts. Chicago, how am I supposed to go anywhere now that the L isn't running? Mhm. Acht mit einem A als zweites. Sanitize. A group of men just opened fire at the bullseye. I think they're robbing the place. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 9, 11, 12, 13, 16. Da ist aber immer noch sehr viel an Lücken drin. So. Ja. Dann werden wir gerade noch das Inventar los. Wir hatten auch, glaube ich, einen neuen Charakter bekommen. Die eine Tante. Kann man auch nochmal mitreden. Vic. Dann Paul. Ja, der bleibt so. Und Grant, der aber nichts trifft. Jo, was sagt denn hier unser Forschungsdings, Forschungslabor? Wir haben noch ein bisschen Tag übrig. Paul, Build Science Lab. Der hat keine Science, der auch nicht. Der schon. Fiona. Mechanical, keine Science. Ja, mit der müssten wir noch reden. steht nie rum. Priscilla. Garen. Hier unten anscheinend nicht. Fiona. Da reden wir dann beim nächsten Mal mit. Bis denn.